What are you in for? I made a meme the Irish government didn't like. These kids need elf on a shelf to behave. That's cute. We had a belt on the shelf. My teacher said lead dispensers unalive people. I said my pencil caused bad grades. When you're drunk and someone starts taking pictures. Coffee, the WD-40 of adulthood. The federal government is a band of criminals pretending to be a social services organization. Back in my day, you could never see an old lady offer her seat to a pregnant bearded man. IDIOCRACY. If you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with bull. If you want free housing, free healthcare, free food, and tax-free income, first, go to Mexico legally. Then, come back to the U.S. illegally. Well, this is pretty much true. Until they do a facial recognition scan on you and find out you're an American citizen, then you'll be arrested and put in prison for impersonating an illegal. U.S. veteran Paul Whelan feels abandoned as he remains imprisoned in Russia. It's quite simple. Just identify as a lesbian who smokes weed and they'll release you. John Kirby denies Biden regime left U.S. weapons in Afghanistan, calls accusation a fallacy and a farce. Bro, we watched it happen in real time. All orchestrated. Everything they do is for a purpose. Politicians on their way to lecture everyone on how greed and capitalism is evil. Just facts. NBC reporter stunned by number of illegal border crossings. Crowds have never been this large during my reporting. He also reported that area hospitals are getting overwhelmed because they're helping a lot of these migrants. That's because the intent is to overwhelm all of the first responders, emergency services, and medical services. Great news! Last year, the federal government only wasted $9,000 per slave. This is actually false, guys. They wasted all of it. The blind community is going to be so touched when they see this. Tonight, the Orioles became the first pro team to wear uniforms with Braille lettering. Just let that sink in for a minute. Bitcoin is just made up money. The bank. Simple facts. How liberals typically react when confronted with truth, evidence, and facts. With the myriad of bull surrounding this guy, and at the level it has occurred, how do we even know he is actually unalive? Why do we believe that? I never have believed that. I remember playing this when I was a kid, but I never thought I'd find him in public. The U.S. just finished dead last among 46 countries in media trust. Gee, I wonder why. Any ideas for the new park sculpture? How about a giant metallic octopus attacking a rook? Perfect. This is a fridge. You put your in the gel and it keeps it cool. Then you just reach in and take it out. The gel automatically reforms. What happens if someone falls in it? How do people draw like this? I can't even draw stickmen. Modern education. Creating people smart enough to repeat what they're told and follow orders. And dumb enough to think this makes them smarter than everyone else. What we ordered. What we got. So I had a soccer game early in the morning. Ultimate zombie weather. Scared the out of me. In Romania, they have boxed vodka. It's 37.5% and it comes with a straw. Perfect for school lunches. During the Normandy Allied invasion, a Scottish piper played his bagpipes walking upright while the carnage erupted. He later asked captured German prisoners why they hadn't shot him. They just said that they thought he was crazy. I recently closed my bank account, and this was in the change I got back. Do they even check the money that comes through? You notice how that looks an awful lot like the backside of a quarter? I hereby sentence you to eating without YouTube videos, with the exception of Akornzstash. You can watch and share all the videos on this channel. Here's more stupidity from people of Yellowstone. Yellowstone bison mauls woman in unexpected wildlife aggression. If you walk up to a bison and try to take a selfie with it, can that really be called unexpected? Please stop telling me about the conspiracy theories. The digital ID and digital currency will give the government the means to fully control the population through purchase restrictions and social credit score. I know, but ignorance is bliss. That's most people's thought process about everything happening these days. That is, until it hits them in the face. Only white people are racist. IBM's Red Hat allegedly issues 10 allyship commandments to employees. I never in my life heard a story about a hamster unaliving peacefully. It's always some crazy. My sister ate mine. That's one of the worst ones I've ever heard. Michigan car owner sued after Jeep unalives mechanic during oil change. And yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like here. The mechanics had this guy's car in their shop and didn't know what the heck they were doing apparently, and ended up unaliving another mechanic. So logically, it was the car owner's fault, who had absolutely nothing to do with it. High school student answers true that only women can get pregnant and all men have. Teacher marks his answers incorrect. Yet just another daily example of the stupidity and wickedness of this generation. It's supposed to say dream. The shadow says unalive. And it looks like Tinkerbell unalived herself. How can you eat these precious creatures? Is this rhetorical, or are you looking for recipes? At times, I'm grateful that thoughts don't appear in bubbles over our heads. They're already trying to arrest people for thought crimes, like out of the Minority Report. Couldn't you imagine if this happened? My brain refuses to believe there are 4 people in this photo. We're not gonna make it, are we? Remove child before washing. As I've said in past videos, there's always a story for why they had to make a warning like this. Someone asked me if I had plans for the fall. It took me a moment to realize they meant autumn, not the collapse of civilization. They might have been talking about autumn, but you better be making plans for the other. How to let your guests know they've overstayed their welcome. When all your conspiracies come true and you're crowned king of the tinfoil. Psychiatrist when a girl with blue hair walks in. When you text someone in the same room as you and are waiting for them to see the message. My 6-year-old self thinking about what the Navy SEALs look like. Geniuses are often rejected by society. Real geniuses almost always are. For $30 at Dollar General, you can buy a statue of a member of Congress asking for campaign donations. Anakin bringing peace, freedom, and security to his new republic. Know your rights. Getting robbed? Just say no. The robber cannot legally take any of your possessions without your consent. Yeah, that's the way about half of the brainwashed think. Oh, that's just disgusting. Jeez, where the heck did this come from? When she tells you she's not into middle-aged guys. I don't really know what I can say about this without this video getting banned, but this generation just gets worse by the day. The stages of coffee addiction. Dunkin' Donuts, lattes, espresso, cold brew, nitro cold brew, snorting beans and screaming, Taylor taking her new album for a walk. Ladies, it's time to start thinking about if the guy you're dating has post-apocalyptic warlord potential, or has the ability to protect you and your family, is prepared, and has the skill set to survive. dogs when they do something wrong, cats when they do something wrong. Floor sandwich. We dropped this one on the floor while making it. Half price. Surely this is satire, but the sad part is these days, it wouldn't surprise me at all if it wasn't. And sadly, with how much the cost of food is going up, there would be people that would need to buy this. In World War II, a soldier named Don Carcos was hit with shrapnel and blinded in his right eye. 64 years later, when he was working at a barn, a horse headbutted him in the same spot, threw him against the wall, and suddenly his vision was restored. Task failed successfully. Guess he should have got a horse a lot sooner. Vampire slaying kit from the 19th century. 1950. We'll have flying cars in the future. 2000. Still waiting on flying cars. 2023. New at 10. PB&J sandwiches. Are they racist? And by the way, guys, this isn't fake. This was actually on the news. And it's like I said before, guys, you can literally go on Google and pretty much type in anything followed by the word racist, and you'll come up with news articles. I was lonely until I glued a cup of coffee on the top of my car. Now everyone waves at me. My houseplant watching me pour water into my espresso machine. Tool expectations. Please come loose. I hope it comes loose. I wasn't asking. You should have listened. It can't be tied if it's liquid. Yep, it's very true. Oreo double stuffed cookies, $2.99. On sale, $2.98. Dr. Pepper. Exclusive. Love is in the AIR. New York mom, 36, marries virtual husband Aaron, who is powered by artificial intelligence, and says he doesn't judge or come with baggage. I'm not even. Moving on. My dog is trying to find a gentle way to say that I have a plant problem. I'm so stoked that we decided to move to the country. Me too. The sunsets are awesome. It's certainly a whole lot better than living in the cities. That's for sure. Canadian military bases mandate menstruation kits in men's bathroom. I guess they're getting their orders from the U.S. military too. An anthropologist spotted a real human skull on display in the Halloween section of a Florida thrift store. I guess donating it to a thrift store is one way of getting rid of the evidence. And by the way, I think the price on it was like $4,000. Orcas sink into the boat in Europe after a nearly hour-long attack. Blueberry winked at the camera and then ate my shoe. This is about what my dogs do. One of them actually ate my welding glove today. No one. French royalty in the 18th century. Piano. Free. Not haunted. Pickup only. $1. Harvard University will reportedly offer a new course in 2024 titled Taylor Swift and Her World. Are colleges even real anymore? Yes, colleges are real. They are the higher learning, brainwashing, and indoctrination centers. This is akornzstash signing off. Smash that subscribe button and check out my other videos for more memes stored in the akornzstash. I thank you all for watching, and I hope this video has made your day a little better.